name is Anna Spenceley. I'm the CEO of Home Start East Surrey. So Home Start is a small charity. There are about 100 in England, actually. So we're a kind of franchise model. We have a Home Start UK as our central umbrella organisation, and then each area has their own small charities under Home Start UK. So we're Home Start East Surrey. We cover 3 boroughs locally, and what we do is we train volunteers to support vulnerable families in the home with young children. Our support is weekly for up to 6 months, and our volunteers are usually kind of retired nurses or teachers, or we've got social workers, doctors, police officers, but also just parents who've done their parenting journey and want to give back and have lots of lived experience in terms of, special needs kids or domestic abuse, that kind of thing. And we also run parent classes and groups for children.
That sounds amazing what you guys are doing. So what was the problems you were facing before you worked with Qlic?
We had really old reconditioned devices. So because we're a charity, everything was kind of handed down to us. We didn't really have an IT budget as such back in the day. So when I took over 5 years ago, I kind of inherited an old laptop, but all the staff had PCs. They didn't have laptops, so they're working on old PCs, which are all different. And we had really poor internet connection. We were on copper wire, so it was really slow. So quite often there'd be hardly any connection, especially like a busy Tuesday when the whole of the town were using internet. And it would just drop us out, and it would just be buffing. So we just sit wasting loads of time because our database is remote. So it was really frustrating.
Of course.
And our IT support was a kind of one-man band who was based about an hour away. So he wasn't very respondent. He could take ages to get back to us if there was an issue, or he had to come in. So we had to wait a couple of days. So it's kind of very frustrating.
Of course. And now the solution that you've got, are you happy with the solution? How is that all going?
Yeah, amazing. We managed to get internet put into our office via the landlord. So we've got fibre now, and that was a big change for us. So once we had that, then we could kind of look at our devices and the kind of implementation of other things. So what really changed for us was having laptops, even with things like speakers on, so that we could do Teams meetings, because otherwise we had a tablet which we used to borrow.
Makes a difference.
Absolutely. And we did have a shared drive with shared files and documents, but we couldn't access it at home. So that was frustrating. So we managed to so what Qlic have done for us is obviously give us all new laptops, which is great, and set up a SharePoint for us. So now we can access all our documents, all our files, and we can work from home and access that.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for explaining all of that. And then with your experience of working with the team, how has that been?
With Qlic, my first experience of Qlic was at a conference in Woking, and I met Ollie there. And I was just walking around, and he was giving out free pens, which made me stop and chat. And they're still really good pens, still use it.
Good.
And so I was just chatting, and he was really friendly and approachable. And I just said, and I kind of didn't really see, I'm not very IT. Now, in my office, there's 5 of us, we're all in our 50s. We learned IT as we went along. Do you know what I mean? We weren't born with it like the kids are now. So I kind of felt on the back foot, really, in terms of IT. And but he was really understanding, and I just said about the issues we were facing, and he was like, I reckon we can help you. Let me come and do a site visit, and we'll see what issues you're facing, and if it's something we can help you with. So and that was really nice, just to be validated that actually it's not me, it is what we're working with is really difficult. So then when Ollie came here, he was just kind of looking at our internet and looking at our devices, and was like, we can really help you here. So that was really great. And so he went off and came back with a plan. And then we came to Qlic offices to meet and have a meeting around the contracts and stuff. And we were really happy with everything. We just felt really in the loop. Everything was really clearly explained. There was no mansplaining going on, which I kind of find a lot. So that was really great. No question was a silly question. Just everything was really clear and, kind of logical. And it just kind of made sense, and just felt really, really happy with what was going to happen, how it's going to be rolled out, what the next steps were, and that kind of thing. But everybody has been great.
Amazing. That sounds so good. Thank you for explaining all of that. And then how has everyone found the difference of the new improvements with the working from home, the new laptops? Has it made day-to-day a lot better for all the staff members?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're much more effective. We don't sit waiting for connection, like everything's instant. I think our IT skills have improved because they were kind of all of a certain age, but actually Michael did some SharePoint training with us when that was
Amazing.
installed, and that was really good because we haven't really used it properly before.
Yeah.
So that was really great. That was really useful. Um, on our SharePoint, we've got instant links to our intranet, to our website, and to our database that we use, which
Yeah.
records all our family files and stuff. So that was really good. That makes life so much easier. We can
Right.
be dynamic if we need to work from home, which is really good. We've got the telephone system as well now, so we can take calls from the office at home again, which just
Brilliant.
means, yeah, it just makes such a difference. Everything's just much more effective and streamlined, and yeah, we just feel like we're really up to date now.
Good. Amazing. And final question, would you recommend others to Qlic and why?
Yeah, I would. I think the whole process of onboarding us, all the installation of the computers and everything, the IT support is really good. Everyone's really friendly. You get answered really quickly. Your issue gets resolved really quickly, which is so nice. As I say, you're not made to feel silly or that, you know, even if it's something which they're just showing us how to do it, that seems to be no problem either, which is really nice. So yeah, I'd 100% recommend Qlic. I think you're a brilliant company. Really easy to work with, really approachable, really friendly, really cost effective, and I'm really happy that we came with you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for going into all that. It's really useful.